Welcome back, people. Old Spy here, and we are ready to take out the Archstone of the Small King. We've got two more areas to go, two more bosses, and this will be our final Archstone of the playthrough. Alright, so when we get in here, before we really jump into it, I decided, at least for now, for this next area, to stick with the Ring of Avarice and the Kite Shield, our original shield. And the reason I decided to go with that is I want to get our Strength and Dex to 30-30, and then we'll just have 30-30, 30-30 there across the board with Bit, Endurance, Strength, and Dex. And that will pretty much be the final build for this particular walkthrough. We're going to try to squeeze out as many souls as we can get through this next area. And then for the final boss, we will switch back to our regenerator setup. So with the archdemons defeated, the fog is lifted, and we can carry on to the Old King. Whoop. I was focusing on the item and totally didn't see the dog. Now the ones in the wagons, they're not going to bust out or anything, so you don't have to worry about them. They just make a lot of noise, and that's about it. But as you come here, you can see up ahead we got something going on. They want you to run to this item. Slow down there. Run back real quick. I forgot this item on the corner. Can't go back that way, but to even progress you need a key, so we're not going to worry about it for right now. So you can see that's totally a trap. They got a trash item there to lure you out so they can hit you with a flaming wagon. Sucks to be that guy. But the other side of the gate, that's our destination. Obviously we can't get there. We had a little crystal lizard here that we missed. We can get him, but we're not really concerned about that. These guys are going to bust out. Make sure you space them out. They can be a little bit difficult if you fight them all together. Circle around, get a backstab, use your shield, and it's nothing too difficult. More guys. This is the common enemy type that you're going to be facing, these same foot soldiers from way back when we started. So we're definitely going to be utilizing our old school tactics. We got a halberd there. Oops, watch out for these guys. These assassins, a new type of enemy. Useful because they drop the new moon grass, but they can be kind of deadly, so you got to watch out for them. We're gonna go this way, back up. here. And as many of the higher level grass items that we can get through this next stretch is going to be really useful. The more the better, obviously. New moon grass. I'm realizing I'm kind of rushing because I really want to get these next two things all into one area, or I mean, excuse me, all into one episode. But I'm gonna try to slow it down here. So whether I do or not is no big deal. So let me make an effort to slow things down a bit. If you are fighting in tighter quarters, it can be a problem with this weapon, so you want to rely on your R2. Give yourself some space, hit the R2, and you should be okay. Another assassin. When you come in here, watch out, because this guy's going to drop down behind you. Which again, obviously the slave shield, you can whenever you pick that item up, you can tell they were trying to lure you into a total trap. Oops, got a Red Eyes Knight. Be careful for him. And we don't want to really fight him out in the open here, because we're going to get a rain of... Do this. Take this guy out. Get him back in here. Land the parry. He's dead. He's Red Eyes, but he's actually... I mean, I think he hits a little harder, but he's really no different from the Blue Eye Knights from the beginning of the game. So, he's not too much to worry about, but if you're fighting him outside there, it can be kind of a hassle. This guy really wants to put up a fight here. Alright. Trying to work my way back to this item. You got a Knight Sword, which is nice. I would have loved to have got that drop earlier in the game. But still a pretty good sword. Fit this build completely. So this is the reason why we went in here.
Ah, we meet again. Fancy that. Hope you find something that suits you.
Got our Undead Merchant back again. Got some upgraded inventory. So whatever you feel like picking up. I think he has some new weapons. Yeah. You can actually buy the Knight Sword, Crescent Axe, which is what the jailer, or whatever they are, guys carry. And everything else pretty much the same.
Hard time. I'm sure you'll turn.
We're not going to buy anything. Come up here. There's a great sword. Take a look at the great sword real quick. I don't even know if... There it is. You can see this thing's pretty huge. Really slow. But it can be pretty devastating if you upgrade it. Which, at this point, we're not really going to waste our time with it. Right, so, come through this little fog gate. Be careful when you get over here. Where's he at? There he is. This guy hits really hard, and this not the most ideal. Oops. Not the most ideal place, but you're going for a backstab on this guy is what you're trying to get. If I can get around on him. Alright. Or just hack him up. Tried to get the backstab, but it's a little difficult in this tight area. But again, if you come out here, if you try to lure him out here, you got crossbows everywhere. So if you skirt up the side here, you kind of avoid those crossbows. Create a giant mess for yourself. You want to try to take the other guys out and lure them away from the spear guys. They'll typically move. Spear guys will typically move together. Oh, we got an assassin has joined the fray here. Just let your shield do some work. We have plenty of stamina, so we don't have to really panic. All right. Work our way back down. What we're gonna try to do here is take out the crossbow first. While that guy wanders about. Those guys down now. Everyone's down. We can focus on the jailer here, the minister, whatever you want to call him. I'm gonna try to get some bleed on him right there. Use our heavy attack. Keep some space. That guy's down. And we get the Iron Ring of Keys and some New Moon Grass. Which is, those keys are going to be really important. And we're going to get to those in just a minute. But for now, we're going to carry on with the level. See the flaming ball trap here. Figured it by going up a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the camera. I was trying to keep the camera up there, but I couldn't get it. You can see the ball. You just go halfway up the steps there and then drop off. And he'll kick it down and you'll be out of the way. You'll be fine. Up top, we got some crossbows. We got the great sword guy, which you guys are refusing to give up a backstab. But we're doing pretty good on damage, so they're not all that scary to us. Advance with your shield up. Alright, you can see, if you look out that way, you got a bunch of enemies. That's the way to progress, obviously, to the boss with the fog gate there. We're not going to go there quite yet. We'll pick this item up, soul item. You can jump over those in certain areas. You can just, it's not going to give you a prompt. You just run up to it. Alright, so we're going to try to get around here. We'll see who follows us, because we don't want, actually we're going to fight these guys. We don't want them coming around the corner, because what's around the corner is going to be, let's take the guys with the shield, without the shield. Take them out first. Getting a little bit messy. No. Get off that guy. This is probably the roughest stretch of this whole section here. Block. And my backstabs are not faring well right now. There we go. I'd say my attempts. Whew. Alright. That was a little rough. But we made it. And we can see we got this guy. Nice backstab to that idiot.
Help! Help! Soul-starved soldiers.
Alright, so there's our old buddy Ostrava, who's in it again. And he has a huge mess on the other side, as you'll see.
Thank you for rescuing me.
So what we want to do is we want to isolate these guys. Get a parry. And there's we want him to sprint ahead because we don't want to fight. See, this is where same as the very beginning of the level. Those guys are really no different. Way back in 1-1. Alright, get some grass. And now that we've got that gate open, we're going to talk to Ostrava real quick, and then we're going to be able to go back to the beginning and use those keys.
This is the third time I am truly indebted to you. This is all I have. But please accept it. Now, I must go. My father, the king, awaits me just over there.
Okay. So all that was necessary. All those encounters were necessary if you want to get his sword and shield, which we definitely do. If for no other reason than it looks cool. Right, so you can see we're back at the very beginning here where we had the flaming wagon trap and the wagon full of dogs. And here's the Tower Knight Archstone. Moongrass. Also, if you do need to stock up before, if you're having trouble with this level, don't forget you can grind these 2 knights as a very good source of decent level, mid to upper level grass items. Alright, so we're going to come on down here. This is that locked door at the beginning of the game. Now we can open up all these cells. Pick this minister out. Bloody Iron Key and New Moon Grass. I don't think I'm going to be able to carry this item. Yeah. Well, that's fine. We'll do this and we'll head back because it's a pretty straightforward run. You get the tower shield. Which requires 30 strength. So we're almost there. We could almost use this. Obviously a pretty sweet shield, but and you can see since we picked it up, we have our roll. So we're gonna go back to the Nexus, but not before. Freeing this guy.
Who goes there? You killed that vile insect and saved me. You deserve a handsome reward. Only I have none. Go on ahead.
Alright. So just run through his dialogue. He falls asleep. And the reason we did that is because for the next boss, when you open up his cell and let him out, he will assist you in the next boss fight. You don't have to do that if you want to fight the boss on your own, and he's going to be there. I just wanted to show that to obviously make the next boss easier. But I'll talk about when we fight the boss, how to actually approach that fight if you're not using him to assist you. Because if you use him, it makes the next fight substantially easier.
Thank you.
While we're here, we might as well repair our equipment.
You come back alive. I need your...
Alright. Go ahead and head back in. Now it's just a straight shot to the boss. Also, that key that we picked up, it opens the bloody iron key that we got from the right before we let him out. Opens up this area. Some secrets down there. I will leave those secrets to you. Gonna run past these guys for now. Ostrava is just not really smart, man.
What on earth are you doing?
Alright. So he'll wander about. We're not concerned with him at this point. As for this part, you want to take this part nice and slow. Piece by piece. You can see they're generously handing out some grass items. basically section by section here. So we're going to take these guys out, and then we're going to go to the next one. We really, ideally, as we get into the bigger group, we want to lure out. Oh, and I need to put my ring back on. There we go. Oh, this will be nice. And they will not give me backstabs. And I killed that guy behind me somehow. I'll take it. Come on. Luckily, we're able to tank shots pretty good from these guys. Alright, so you see those red-eyed knights, 3 spear wielding red-eyed knights. Those guys can be a pain in the butt. Typical, that guy cowards out. Alright, so we have 2 of them on us, which is not ideal. I believe there is a point where they turn around, though. That's just kind of what we're going to be hoping for. I don't know why I did that. Didn't need to heal. Alright, so we got one to turn around, which is absolutely great. Same as before. I swear they do not want to give me my backstabs. Thank you. But you can see we're much more powerful and they're much weaker now. Or much easier, I should say. Much easier. Alright, so now we can run and take out the crossbow guys and then fight this guy up here. Oh, man. Alright. Stop it. Okay, so not too bad. Key thing for that whole stretch is just to be patient. It's going to take you a little bit. It can get frustrating if you die to this boss, having to continuously go through that. But again, if you're trying to solo the boss here, fight him by yourself, and you keep dying, you might want to think about bringing Bior, or the Twin Fangs, in to help you out. Yeah. You are not the boss, sir. Super cool boss, Penetrator.
Good night. Let's demonic polish of a stop once and for all.
So you can see Bjor's in. He tanks, he keeps him busy. But the thing about this boss, if you're fighting him by yourself, what you want to do is two-hand your weapon, because he can be staggered pretty easy. So if you two-hand your weapon, you'll get about typically three shots. You can see he makes the fight super easy. Penetrator destroyed. But really, like I started to say, it's not all that hard of a fight. The only thing you really have to look out for, or the only thing you really have to pay attention to, is two-handing your weapon, stunning him with about 3 hits, and then get on defense, wait for your next opening, and just rinse and repeat that cycle.
Fine, what? Back there. There again. Now you go on.
I should have fought him by myself there, but I really wanted to demonstrate that that could be done if you're having a hard time. We'll pop back to the Nexus real quick. Should be able to get our final 2 levels that we're going for.
Thank you.
Drop off our stuff. Great axe, purple flame shield.
We are in debt.
Actually want to take that off. We're going to go back to our regenerators setup because it looks really cool.
We are in.
Oops, let me drop that off too.
We are in.
Thou the soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Alright, looks good there. We got our 30s.
Its vessel. Art thou done? Mean that?
We're in good shape. Don't really need anything else, I don't think, although we can repair our equipment just to be on the safe side.
You come back.
And it looks like this is going to be a little bit longer of an episode, but we might as well go ahead and knock this all out. As you start here, if you don't kill them, what you really want to do with these guys is at least knock them off the dragon. And you can see some red figures back behind there. And those are some dangerous customers. Do not follow that crystal lizard into that mess back there. We want to fight those guys one at a time. So we want to clear these guys out first. Alright, so good. We got one to come after us. Who is it here? You can see they hit really hard. Oh, looks like we got 2 coming. That's not good. Let's see if we can back out and get that one to reset. Alright, we got bleed on him. I'm hearing some footsteps coming behind me. Keep coming on out here. See, this guy's pretty easy. Alright, that dude's down. Penetrating sword, which is a pretty cool sword, and scales with dexterity. Looks pretty sweet too. That's actually a pretty good sword for our fashion. I like it. That is definitely an option. Maybe for some New Game Plus. Alright. The Archer likes to goof around. We'll probably draw out the Tower Knight first. Obviously with this guy we want to circle around behind him when he's poking. Poking and a picking. Get behind him. Get the backstabs. Draw him back out here away from the archer. Gonna make things a lot smoother. As he glitches around to prevent a backstab. Still got him. Jeez. He does hit pretty hard. And he's got some pretty good reach with that spear. What the? Alright. We got one more Eds to do. There we go. Oh, please do that. That would have been nice. Again, we're getting awfully picky on these backstab placements. You just do not want to give them up. There we go. Oh. Woo! I think that's another tower shield, or it's a spear. Let's fight this one. We'll pick him up, and then we'll go back to the Nexus and drop him off. Where's our third one? Like to get a bleed. Yeah, don't sleep on her either, because she hits really hard and fast. I believe she will go for a parry from time to time with that shield. Oh yeah, and she has the pyromancy. But she's dead. Get the white bow. Pretty cool bow. Alright. And I'm looking at the time. We're already at 40 minutes, so I think we're going to split this up. Those guys don't respawn, by the way, so once you kill them, they're gone for good. So, yeah, another tower shield, just in case you missed the first one. I really wish they would have given you the spear instead of the shield there, but whatever. So, we will drop this stuff off and we'll call it right there. And then we should have one final episode where we'll beat the final 2 bosses of the game. And that will be that. I wanted to knock out this whole Archstone, but we're already at 40 minutes, so let's drop our stuff off and we'll call it there. Yeah.
We are in.
Oops. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of Night Souls.